Meditation, it may sound simple in the beginning, but as you keep getting deeper and deeper, it becomes more and more difficult. But with steady efforts, one can progress. To reach to a state where thoughts do not exist and you do exist is the major hurdle that everyone faces. Thoughts are all about our body, our material possessions, physical possessions, relationships with other human beings, organizations, communities, country. These are all connections that we have and we live by. And they leave impressions on our mind. On top of that, mind adds its own beliefs of likes and dislikes, good and bad. All these dualities are additional interpretations of the mind that gets added. And it's not a surprise that mind is nothing but a jungle of thoughts. To sort things out and to find invisible Atma, the state of thoughtlessness. It seems like an arduous task, but patience, perseverance, and determination to progress and succeed takes you to the state of thoughtlessness. If you can generalize all the concepts, good or bad, beautiful, ugly, rich, poor, upper, lower, east, west, north, south, all these dualities, if you can digitalize it in the form of binary fashion, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, the whole world gets digitalized within your mind, and they all become hindrance. At the mind level, whatever comes in the mind is a disturbance in finding the state of thoughtlessness. The thoughts that we have, instead of labeling it, be aware of them, be a witness to it, unobjectively, whether they are good thoughts or bad thoughts. The concept of meditation is to go higher than the mind, and the mind has decided what is good and what is bad. the bad thoughts, thoughts of violence, hatred, greed, all those things, of course, have polluted minds of all of us. But human nature is to follow the negativities very easily. So it is obvious that negativities is something you want to transcend, no question about that. But everybody knows that. In fact, the mental atmosphere is ripe and ready to accept negativities. Nobody has to be preached. Nobody has to be told to take the negativities. Negativities are part of our nature. Not a true nature, but at the mind level, it's easy to pick up negative tendencies. Nobody has to be forced to smoke or drink or lie or cheat. They just observe someone and they start doing it as if they are programmed to do it. In the proper environment, one friend smokes, next one picks up easily. But it is so difficult if one person speaks the truth and everybody starts speaking the truth. Good things are difficult to spread. Bad things are easy to spread. But this was bad as it is, that the negativities are hovering around in our mind, remembering the objects of pleasure, ways to cheat, ways to take revenge. All these things are definitely floating around in the mind. But even worse damage has been done by the people spreading the goodness or trying to spread the goodness. Hundreds of religions have been created about preaching goodness. Whenever people follow the path of goodness just because they think it's the path of goodness, even that is a thought, even that is a concept. So to be able to transcend the negativities is not enough. The mind is very subtle, it is very cunning, it is very connive, and it does not let you go. We have to realize that just the way the negativities came from outside, even so-called positivities also come from outside. All the preachings and advices from the people, religions, communities, everybody's talking and talking and talking. The words, the ideas, the concepts which are floating around and they're coming into our mind. And mind loves the dualities. So at various stages of life, various people are in various stages of life. They pick up these negativities or positivities and they start running around. Mind likes to run. As long as it finds ways to achieve things, make some efforts, something to do, it will pick up. So negativity, of course, consumes your energy and precious time. There is nothing wrong with smoking or drinking or drugs or getting involved with objects of pleasures and then getting the diseases and whatnot. It's just a waste of your precious time. But even worse comes in the form of preachings that has been publicized by the so-called well-meaning religions. Do this, do that. You have to do this, you have to do that. And the mind, which has been saturated with negativities, is the prime target to get these preachers' messages. And again the mind starts running. And again the mind wins. So all the religious organizations, the temples and churches, are filled with people who have, in a deeper level, sense that they have committed a lot of negative things in life. And now they want to listen to someone to show them the path to dissolve all these things. And now their mind is going to be occupied with the thoughts of goodness, spreading punya, helping others, spreading veganism, spreading vegetarianism. All these are concepts. Just the way the negativities makes you spend your time, so-called positivities also makes you waste your time at the mind level. And then you become a witness of your mind. You need a courage to understand that just the way the badness is bad, goodness, so-called goodness, is just as bad. If you want to transcend your mind and reach into a thoughtless state, which is all-pervading, which is the medium in which thoughts are floating around, you have to be able to break yourself from every single concept, not just the concept of badness, but the concept of goodness also. To me, people wasting their time in the pubs, in the bars, are just in a bad situation, that they're wasting their precious time. But people learning from others how to wash their sins, how to transcend these sufferings, and advices from others, They are just wasting as much precious time as the people spending their precious time in negativities. Before they were hooked on the cigarettes and alcohol and bad companies and wasting their time and WhatsApp and Facebooks and all these areas where they were wasting their time. Now they are wasting time listening to the lectures of others, what to do to come out of it, and what kind of good activities to do to spread the goodness and donate the money. These are all dualities that's keeping the mind alive. And that's why our thoughts never disappear. Only in the quiet moments of meditation, with the courage and determination, if you sort out all these things, you will realize that all the concepts are borrowed and they came from outside. Just the way objects of pleasure came from outside, the concepts of goodness and badness also came from outside. We have to break away from the concepts of goodness and badness. Only then you can reach to a state which is the medium in which all thoughts are floating. Just the way the space is inert and does not interact with the clouds. Good clouds or bad clouds, beautiful clouds or ugly clouds, they all come and go. Doesn't matter. The space does not differentiate. It gives existence to all the clouds. If the space starts determining which cloud is good and which cloud is bad, then it does not remain the space anymore. The emptiness, the medium in which thoughts are floating, is our ultimate destiny. That's where you will find your infinite Swarup. That's where you will reach to a Samyak state. Only a Samyak state can look at all thoughts as connection to the sansar, not just thoughts of badness, thoughts of goodness also. As long as you can develop a wisdom to realize that every single concept that has come from outside is a hindrance for transcending into the Samyak state, you are progressing very well in meditation. So analyze your own mind when you close your eyes. The whole world will be filling your mind. And be steady and sort out every single concept that has been thrown into your mind. Treat it as a garbage. All the people trying to achieve something in life have polluted our sansar and our minds to reach to the ultimate purity of Atma. All this garbage comes in the way. Every single concept has to be thrown away. Every single act that has been consuming your mind, body, and time has to be looked at objectively. Then the steadiness of the Atma start surfacing. From the time you were born, all the concepts that came into your head, that I am the body, I have a mother, I have a father, siblings, friends, concepts that I am a Jain, Hindu, Buddha, Christian, whatever. This is all pollution being thrown at us. The world is filled with pollution. Thoughts are pollutions. Concepts are pollutions. Throwing concepts on children, innocent children, and telling them things which are coming from the society is the rape of virgin consciousness that has come into this world. The beautiful, pure consciousness gets invaded intentionally, unintentionally by the samsaric garbage. But with gradual persuasion and efforts through meditation, one can reach to the pristine glory of pure virgin consciousness, which is serving as a medium, totally inert, totally non-interactive, and a steady witness of everything that is floating around in the mind. And in this pristine state, this samyak state surfaces. The awareness is the tool that makes you realize your mistakes in meditation. The awareness is our bridge to the ultimate state of nirvana, where even the awareness disappears, because awareness needs an object to be aware of, meaning the samsara, the thoughts, the trickery of the samsara. And when everything disappears, awareness shuts itself off, and only shunyata remains in its ultimate glory. So wake up. Do not take any advice from anyone. Create your own path. Be steady. Shut out all the concepts, good, bad, ugly, everything that has come to your mind from outside. Walk away from it. Have a courage to walk away from it. Otherwise, sansar and its suffering is always going to be your way of life. But reach to the pristine glory of the consciousness and experience the unimaginable peace, tranquility, the totality. Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnam Udashyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. The whole sansar, with all its trickeries, merges into you, and everything becomes one. all the dualities drop and you enjoy the oneness. Have a good day.